Hey, good morning. What do you do when you're doubting yourself, doubting your choices, doubting your business, doubting your faith? What do you do? I'm Jeremy Sutton. I'm a physical therapist with Healthy SBC. I help people with chronic pain, help people with concussions, and help people just get back into shape. This week, or today, it's Monday at 8:42. I hadn't even made it into the week yet. And I'm driving into Shreveport this morning. I got some admin tasks I need to do. And I'm just thinking, maybe this wasn't the best decision to quit my job and go all in on a business, right? Like, I'm just like, maybe that's not what God told me to do after all, even though I know it was. Maybe I should go get a part-time job, maybe a PRN job. Maybe I should just go get a job. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm just struggling this morning. Last week was a great week. This is one of the busiest weeks I've had as a new business owner. I've only been doing this full-time for 2 months, and last week was huge. Last week was where I'm like where I need to be. And so this week's a little slower, right? So last week I'm up, this week I'm down. It's the roller coaster of entrepreneurship and being a business owner. And so I call my wife and I'm like, hey, I don't know, what do you think? Like, should we just dump all this and move over back to a job? She's like, I don't think so. And so basically what happened this morning is I'm looking, and so I'm thinking like, hey, I'm not making enough money. I'm not gonna be able to support my family. We're not gonna be able to pay our bills, all this stuff. And she's like, no, we're fine. Like, we're good. And so thankfully I have a wife who, when I'm going crazy, is not, and usually vice versa. So that's really good. I'm thankful that God blessed me with her. But one of the things I noticed this morning, and as I'm talking to her over the phone, freaking out, she's like, hey, it's going to be fine. And I looked at my W-2 from this year because I haven't done my taxes yet. I know it's 2 more weeks. But I looked at that and I realized, I had a good job. I was making decent, really good money. And my pay got cut 20%. And, they brought me in like right after Christmas a couple of years ago and said, hey, you're doing great. We love you. Patients love you. Coworkers love you. No problems. But we got to cut your pay 20%. And I was like, okay. And that's a lot of money, right? Like, I don't know. 20% of 100 is 20. So you went from making $100 to now $80. That's a big cut. And as it goes up, it gets bigger. And so anyway, what I realized after, I kind of had my little freak out session with my wife is that I lost 20% of my pay, and then we made it, right? Like, we didn't lose our house. We didn't not pay our bills. There might have been some bills that were late, but we still paid them. Every month we paid our bills. And so I realized, like, it's going to be fine. And then, I realize now that I started my own business, it's probably, I don't even know what percentage it is now, but I've lost more money, right? Because I'm doing my own thing. And it's not consistent yet. So God has still provided for our family, because I do believe that He told me to do this. Whether you believe in that or not, that's your business. But I believe that this is what I was told to do, and I'm doing it. And so if I believe that, and believe that God is true and does what He says He's going to do, then I'm going to be fine. And getting worried about it and scared is kind of foolish. And so thankfully I have a beautiful wife who reminds me of that, and reminds me of God's promises and what He says He's going to do, and that He's always faithful, and has been faithful to us. I've got 43 years of experience to look back on things that God has done in my life, my family's life, to take care of us, right? So but still the flesh, right? We want to worry, and we want to make sure things are done. And so my thing is, okay, I have to do my part, and I have been, and God's going to do His part. And so I don't know what you do when you're freaking out and losing it. Maybe you go for a run, maybe you read scripture, maybe you meditate, maybe you listen to music, maybe you call a trusted friend or your spouse. But usually that's what I do. I call my wife and we talk about it. And the funny thing this morning is she said, you can use my confidence today. And immediately I felt better. I really did. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this video, right? Because this is highlight reel social media. But I felt better. my wife encouraged me, and she prayed for me, and then I'm going to move on with Monday. Now I got today and 4 more days of this week to get after it, work hard, do the things that I know I'm supposed to do to make this successful, and then God's going to do the rest. And that's on him. Like, that's not on me. He told me he was going to do this, not audibly. I didn't hear him say, "Hey, Jeremy, go do this. I got your back." But I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, I hope you have somebody that encourages you when you're down. And if you do have somebody, I'd love to know who that is in the comments if you're still watching at this long juncture in this video. But I hope you have a great day. And I want you to know I love you. I'm praying for you. If you need anything, call me or text me. Send me a message on social media. I'd love to help you with your pain, with your physical therapy. I'd love to just help you in life. So hope you have a great day.